Hey guys, and welcome to Pheas Airsoft, where today I'm going to be unboxing this KWA E4 Ice. Hey guys, and welcome back. If you do enjoy this content today, please do consider liking, commenting and subscribing, because those interactions help me get seen by the YouTube algorithms, which helps the channel to grow. If you click the Linktree link down below in the description, that will take you to all of my socials, including my merch store and my Discord, and if you click the join button down below, it will take you to channel memberships, just 99p a month, totally optional, but totally appreciated if you wanted to support that channel a little bit more. So today then, a long time coming. I've had this sat about for a while and just not had the chance. I've got the KWA E4 Ice and I'm really excited. I am a fan of KWA AEGs, and this is claiming to be one of their best performing AEGs yet, which I think is a pretty big claim, to be honest, out of the box. So they've gone for polymer externals and I am pretty damn overexcited to get in here. So we've got a little bit beaten up box, unfortunately. That's partially from storing it in my house and partially from delivery. So we've got a nice picture on the end there. Look at that, look how nice that is. We've got a little bit of branding around the box, plain at that end. We've just got a little bit of a caution on the underside and a little bit of a railed picture at the front there. So let's open this up and get cracking. So wow, look at that. That is a pretty nice piece of kit. So we've got the KWA mag that comes with it in this lovely blue colour that matches the stock rails there. Just take out the receipt, some stickers, get those out of the way and lift it out. Now already that is absolutely gorgeous, really gorgeous. We'll have a quick look in here. So we've got the KWA tag that's used on the trigger guard. We've got a couple of M-lock rails to attach onto the front end if we want some. We've got two adjustment tools. I'm not sure what they are. Not sure what they are at the minute, but I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point. We've got two, I'm going to say VPS tools. They are the variable FPS tools, two different sizes, although that one is thinner than that one. So the two different lengths and two different thicknesses. And there's also a KWA branded speed loader in there as well, BB loader for the mid-cap mounts. So that's a pretty impressive package. I'm still not quite sure what they are yet, but I am sure we'll figure it out. Wonder if they bolt on somewhere. We will figure that out shortly. So let's get that out of the way. And I'm going to peel the sticker off of the mag. Now it is a warning this about the mag itself. So inside the mag is this little follower here, and this little follower is what helps to make sure that all of the BBs are fed up and out of the mag and into the hop unit. Now the warning on the label there is that basically don't shove this into the mag well with this extruding, because you will just clean snap it off. Now it will still work with that snapped off, but obviously it's not going to be as reliable and may cause damage from sharp edges or whatever. So please be careful and make sure that that gets pushed back in there. So the E4 then, that is absolutely gorgeous. Now I am a big fan of sort of compact setups, and that's, as far as AR platforms go, that is very, very, very compact. Now it's quite light. I wouldn't have even said it was sort of like any more than 2 kilograms. It's really quite light, and the majority of the weight is in the middle, which even wielding it like a, I feel like I can wield it like a pistol. It's that kind of easy going. You then got a lovely vert grip there, which is M-locked on, so it can be removed. I wonder if that's what the other tool was for, potentially removing that, which we'll check shortly. But absolutely just fantastic feeling. So we'll start at the front then. So we've got this 14mm negative muzzle brake here that just adds to it, meaning that the look overall with a grub screw underneath. There is a grub screw underneath there. We've then got a polymer handguard that is M-lock on 3 sides, on the left and right and on the bottom as well, and that's where the vert grip is mounted. We've got then a charging handle, which does, if you push the button up, so I'll just show you that again. So if I pull the charging handle back and I can push the button up this side, or make sure it comes out on this side because it's ambidextrous. It will lock it open, and we've got a rotary style hop unit there, and to release it, either press the button there, or I can press this button here if the stock wasn't in the way. Nice and easy. We've got a ambidextrous mag release with a slightly enhanced button on this side. That is a nice touch. I do like that, just a little bit easy to get your finger to, and you can even grab it with your thumb from this side as well. Again, that follower's been released out. We've got a branded KWA body. We've got quite a nice little sort of just setup of markings on the lower receiver, and our selector is ambidextrous and clicks quite nicely and authoritatively into place. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed that the pistol grip is actually integrated into the lower receiver, and it's moulded really nicely. That is possibly one of the comfiest grips I have ever held. That is really, really nice to hold. We've then come onto the stock then, where we've got one position fully collapsed, a mid position, and then a fully extended position. So it's potentially a 3-position stock to suit your needs. And this is also where the battery cover is, and the battery, it is wired to Dean's, and there is an automotive blade style fuse in there as well. Now, quite nicely, that wire is pretty short to make sure that you can get your battery in there. So we'll come back to that shortly, and we'll have a look at batteries and battery fitting after we've been and done the shooting test. Put that back in. So then also got flip up sights, as come on most of the KWA things. Really nice click up and forward. So let's see if I can get down those under the camera. There we go, look. So we can see quite nicely down those for image acquisition. And the rear one has got a sort of push up for daytime. I believe it's a daytime. There we go. And pull it down for a wider aperture for nighttime. And they just nicely click back down. You have then got a full length top rail if you wanted to mount something on top. It also allows you to remove these. There's just a screw in each of these, and these will just come off for you to have full access to that as well. Wow, minimum 327, max 331, average 329. That's probably much more consistent than I've seen a KWA. About 13 rounds a second. About 15 rounds a second. Misfire, it's getting close to the end of the mag, but about 16 rounds a second. Wow. Yeah, about 25 rounds a second. Wow, that's cool. So I am back then from the chrono and range testing. I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty damn impressed. Just like, it felt really nice. The polymer just kind of adds, I don't know, something element to the noise. It just sort of sounds quite impressive and meaty. Just like, wow, this is something. So on a 7.4 volt LiPo then, we're getting about 13 rounds, a second. Pretty alright, pretty standard. On an 8.4 then it jumped up to 15 rounds per second or thereabout. You know, getting better. 9.6 then, volt NIM type, we're getting about 16 rounds per second, very little between those two. And 11.1, it was jumped up to about 25 rounds per second. It was really hammering out there, and just really, really something impressive, something to behold. In terms of the chrono then, so a chrono between 331 and 300 down to 327 gave me an average of about 329. Now, you know, that's only about a 4-ish FPS range. It's pretty damn good for a bog standard stock out the box AEG. So I was really quite impressed with how well it shot. And then in terms of range, now historically they've got bad bookings, or they're just not very good bookings. Much like the RM47, whatever they've changed in there has worked, and it is really, really working well. That is, you know, well over 40 odd meters, 45 plus meters, and it just kept going and going. Out of the box, I'm going to agree that it's probably one of the best performing AEGs that they've built, and it just felt lovely to shoot. I did use both their included mag, and used a SEMA high cap and a battle axe high cap, all of which fit. The battle axe was a little bit snug, but they all fit and they all fed in there perfectly happily without any issues whatsoever. And whilst I was gone, what I also did was checked up on a few things. So the red Allen key tool that was included in the tool packs is to remove the M-lock rails and the M-lock vert grip, which is quite a nice little touch that's included to make things easy. The little things in here, I wasn't sure what they are. They attached. They are QD sockets, so you can secure these in place to one point here, one point here. You can see that it matches the shape, and then we've got two here, one here and one here. So you've got the choice of two quick detach sockets to basically mount onto this, so you can have quick detach sling points and things like that, accessories that use the QD system. And last but not least, I was right, that is the variable FPS tool. So if you remove the stock there and the cap and the battery, there is a Phillips head screw in there. You remove that and it gives you a tube to slide this down. What you do is you, let me think, I believe it's anti-clockwise increases the FPS because it increases or pushes forward the spring guide, which puts the spring under more compression, which increases the FPS. Or if you want to bring it back down, if there is anywhere to go, you tighten it up. Clockwise will reduce the FPS. I believe that's right, the right way around. If not, I will leave a comment across the bottom confirming the correct directions to twist. So just to clarify, that's what those accessories all were for. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a gloved operations for you. Then we'll get the batteries and have a look, and then we'll do some final thoughts about this little bad boy. So this came from a suggestion from my Discord, and I appreciate it immensely for making this suggestion. So let's get this up there. We'll start with the stock. The stock is very easily adjusted, extended, removed. The battery, I can definitely get into there, and I'm pretty sure I could change that battery and I could reassemble all of this. Put that in there. Missed. Put it in. Press the button. Easily got that in there. The selector, ambidextrous. Thumb on that side, easily enough. Finger on that side, easy enough. Mag release from both sides, I can definitely operate that. The charging handle, I will come back to in a second as well for something else. I can easily operate that with my gloves on. You know, the charging handle's easy. The hop, ooh, the clicking's nice. Rotary style hop unit, ooh, that is nice. So I don't know if you can hear that. I'm moving it quite a bit there, but I can feel there is a sort of like a haptic feedback sort of click and audible, and you can feel that click going around. That's quite nice. So even with gloves on, I'm pretty sure I could moderately accurately adjust the hop unit to suit what I need. In terms of mag then, getting the mag in and out is easy, and using the speed loader would be really easy to fill that up and to put that back in there as well. So come back to a few little things. The charging handle is ambidextrous, and what you need to do is using this little hole on top. There is, might even be that point there. Right. So what you need to do is hopefully Camera's picking this up. So I'm going to push this in here, and there's like a square ledge. So I'm just going to push it in and push that back, and that releases the charging handle. And all I do is I flip it over, and I can just push it until I hear the click. There's the click, and the charging handle's in. And I just push that in again, and I'm pushing that little thing back. Out it comes. Flip it back over, and click. Oops, it's easy. Click that in. And I'm not going to lie, I normally like a charging handle, but there's something else most HK slap about it, that you've got that, you know, sort of, there's just something a little bit satisfying, that a little bit more than a charging handle, because they can just sound a little bit fake and a little bit dull. So coming back to then what I said about looking for a charging handle, and just talking about charging handle, looking for a charging handle, and to look it back. So the hop then is a rotary style, and it's rolled up to apply hop. It had no issues whatsoever hopping 2.5s, which are the tracer rounds that we fed through it. Absolutely not an awful lot of adjustment had to be done to get those 2.5s flying down. So I would be quite happy to say that it's going to hop significantly heavier BBs than that. Absolutely fantastic. So I'm just going to grab the batteries, and we'll have a look at the battery compartment and fitment. So I'm back then with some batteries. So let's get this stock off. Now this is one thing I would say about these sort of tanker stock styles. Battery compartment is just terrible. So let's get that end cap off, the wiring off, and let's see what can we got in. So we've got 1200 milliamp stick. That will go in, but with the wiring connected, it's not going to be enough for the cap to close, so it may not be the best one. Can I position it anywhere else? It's a bit too thick to get any other angle on it without compressing the wires, so that's possibly not the best. I've got a short 1100 11.1. Now that, happy days, will fit perfectly, and it will go in there, and I can get the cap on without any problems whatsoever. So that's a winner. Again, I'll put all the links to these down below. You got like 3000 milliamp 7.4. You know, that's just not even close to being in there. I'm saying that it's not that far off. I've got quite a thick, chunky 11.1. Put that in there. That's just not even going to go. I don't even think you can buy those anymore. You know, I'm out of sort of battery sizes really that could or would or might fit. So we're kind of limited in our options really. Let's just have another look through my... we've got the 7.4 volt 2200 that we do the chrono tests on. Even that's a touch too long to get in there with a stock cap on. So what you're going to have to do is probably get, if it matters to you a lot, you're probably going to, unless you want to run 2 or 3 of these in a day, you're probably going to have to get sort of one of these battery extensions. Now you can buy these. This one I've just sort of printed at home basically, and it just extends your battery capabilities quite significantly, but it does also add on, you know, an extra couple of inches on the end there. But what it does allow then is that you can obviously get a significantly bigger battery in there without any issues whatsoever. And it's just a case of even that 7.4, you know, position that a bit better, even that's going to go in there without any real issues or problems, and allow me to run bigger batteries, you know, higher capacity batteries and things like that. So I would have thought either you're going to buy something similar to that, and this will be linked down below, as will be the little 7.4 stick, or you're going to end up with one of these type of attachments just to give you that extra little bit of room, just to make the difference in terms of battery room for your stuff. Let's just see what that looks like on. It's possibly worth spraying that black. Now I know that the colour on this Eve 4 model is possibly not to everybody's liking. Now the stock, I can either push it in a bit further, it won't click into position, but that there for me is a really nice shouldering position. I have got really long arms, but I just don't like feeling like my arms are stretched out. I actually really like feeling close and compressed, and I find that when it's on that sort of fully compressed in, fully collapsed, it just feels a bit too short. That first setting there can feel a touch too long at times, particularly if you've got like a chest rig with 6 straps on. But actually, for me, that is like the perfect setting. Now, it's not going to stay there particularly well, and it will come out, but actually, that doesn't look too bad, particularly if it collapses the stocking. You barely even notice that that's there at all. So it just adds to, and get that out of the way, chuck the mag in, just adds to the look and feel of it, or doesn't detract from it, I should say. Couple of last things before we finish up and say goodbye, and then I film the disassembly. The 4 comes from the fact that it's 4-inch front end. Okay, makes sense. The other thing I forgot to talk about is the trigger. They have not gone for a standard typical AR trigger. They've gone for something a little bit different and nice. The colour is not going to be everybody's liking, and the boxer mags that I also got with this are not going to be to everybody's liking either, but it is something a little bit different. It's a little bit cool, a little bit fun, a little bit quirky. Just, I really like it. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to run this all the time, and certainly this one isn't mine, but I'm not going to run this all the time because I do like the ultra-modern AKs and something a little bit more realistic, but something a little bit fun now and again, or even just something, a general workhorse, this is going to suit those needs. Battery capacity, space, okay, a little bit troublesome, but the performance is excellent, the range is really good. I'm struggling to dislike it, to be honest. I really do like it, and I think it's a great piece of kit, and it's quite cheap, a lot cheaper than a lot of their other models of late, and I think a lot of that is down to the polymer that they are using in it. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed myself immensely and found a lot of use in that. I'm going to go and do the disassembly now in the next video, which will drop next week, and thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.